If the last time you bought or sold a home was more than a couple years ago, some things have changed. And if you've heard something back in 2024 about commission rules and kind of just moved on, you probably have half the story. So let me fill you in on the rest. Back in 2024, there was this big lawsuit settled involving the National Association of Realtors, and it was everywhere. Buyers panicked thinking they'd have to pay for their agent out of pocket, and sellers got excited thinking they'd save thousands. And then everyone stopped following the story. Well, most people are still walking around with the headline version, and a lot of it was either incomplete or just not how it's playing out. So here's what you need to know. So number one, so what actually changed? The old system had buyers agents compensations baked into every MLS listing, and that went away. It can no longer be advertised in the multiple listing service, and buyers now sign a written agreement with their agent before touring homes that lays out the fees and what services are included. But here's what most people missed. Sellers can still pay the buyer's agent. That didn't go away. The rule just changed how that conversation happens. And right now, sellers are still covering it in most of the deals. The big commission collapse everyone predicted never happened. And number two, here's what buyers need to know. If you're buying, the biggest change is that written agreement. You'll sign it before you start looking at homes, and it tells you exactly what you're paying for up front. And in most cases, your agent can negotiate the seller's contribution to cover that fee as part of your offer. The same idea as asking for closing costs for help, which buyers have been doing forever. 88% of the buyers still used an agent last year. That number didn't drop after the rule change. People still want someone in their corner for what's probably the biggest purchase of their life. Number three, here's what sellers need to know now. So if you're selling, you might be thinking that you can skip paying the buyer's agent and save some money. Well, technically you can, but here's what actually happens. When buyers have to come up with an extra 2.5 to 3% out of their pocket to have somebody represent them, a lot of them will skip your listing and go to the one where the seller is covering it. That means fewer showings, a small buyer pool, and usually a lower price. The money you thought you were saving ends up costing you more on the back end. If you haven't bought or sold since these changes went into effect and you're thinking about making a move, it's worth a quick conversation so you know how things work. No surprises, just a clear picture. Give me a call or shoot me an email. I'd love to help you figure out your next step.